Do you have what it takes to survive K-pop's harsh trainee period? If you pass more than half of these tests, then you have something every K-pop company wants in a trainee. Test number 1. Can you control your jealousy when someone else gets the center position? Trainees go through monthly evaluations, where the company ranks their skills and openly compares them with each other. During these evaluations, coaches decide who gets the center position in choreography, which is one of the most competitive spots every trainee wants. When the members of Twice were competing in a survival show called 16, Momo and Natty from Kiss of Life were made to compete against each other. But Natty won and was publicly asked to snatch a medal from Momo. But despite this, Momo never got jealous or upset. Instead, she improved on her skills and was able to debut in Twice. So to survive in K-pop training, you have to see others' wins as an opportunity to learn. Test number 2. Can you post a dance video online and read all the comments? When you post a dance video of yourself online, you're giving yourself out to be judged and criticized by people, which is the same thing a trainee goes through when they stand in front of a judge. So if you can read all the comments, both good and bad, it means you have the mental strength to receive feedback and that you can handle getting praised without feeling overconfident. If you still feel shy about posting your videos, start by showing them to your parents and siblings. Once your confidence becomes stronger, post it for only your close friends to see. Try to connect with people who also dream of becoming an idol. Then share your videos with them to receive honest feedback. As you do this, you're building yourself to stay confident even when judges criticize you. Test number 3. Can you memorize a full choreography from a K-pop song in 3 days? Companies make their trainees practice in groups. When they do this, some trainees quickly memorize the dance moves, while others fall behind. Once this happens, the coaches are able to sort out and eliminate the weak trainees. So if you're someone who can quickly memorize a full choreography within a few days, you'll be able to keep up with other trainees and won't get eliminated easily. But if you're still struggling to learn choreography fast, here's what to do. First, break the full choreo into very small sections. Then, watch the sections at a 0.5x speed level. Watch it multiple times to get it ingrained in your head. Then, go ahead to practice the move while watching yourself in a mirror. Once you do this, you'll realize how fast you can learn a full dance. Test number 4. Can you sing in front of one friend without feeling embarrassed? If you're someone who doesn't feel embarrassed about singing, dancing, or rapping in front of anyone, then you have passed the test and will do well as a trainee. This is because trainees have to constantly stand in front of professionals, judges, and their company's CEO to get evaluated. But despite the pressure, they confidently show their skill to pass the evaluation. To prepare your current mind for trainees' monthly evaluations, try to perform in front of your friends or parents. Another way is to go busking. When you constantly sing in public, your mental state becomes strong enough to handle the trainee life. Test number 5. Can you go 90 days without seeing your family? As a foreigner who wishes to become a trainee, you will be thousands of miles away from your family and may not get the opportunity to see them often. If you're someone who doesn't feel homesick, you've passed the test, and it means you are emotionally stable and have the right mindset to last long in training. Most people break down emotionally when they do not have their parents around to rely on. K-pop companies know this, which is why they are cautious about accepting minors as trainees. But if you can go months without missing your parents, you have inner discipline and the ability to handle pressure without the support of your parents or loved ones. Test number 6. Can you smile at someone you dislike and still act like a team? Most idols in K-pop groups once had conflicts during their trainee days, but they don't let their conflicts get too deep, which is why they're able to repair their friendships once they become idols. Subin from TXT once talked about how some fellow trainees got jealous that Bumgyu was added to the debut team. The jealousy was so intense that the trainees had to drop out to seek counseling help. Jealousy can make you lose focus in training and affects your team spirit. But if you're someone who doesn't let your jealousy affect the way you interact with people, it means you're mentally mature and can survive the pressure in K-pop. Test number 7. Can you get 4 hours of sleep and still train like nothing happened? Sakura from Lee Seraphim once revealed that during her time as a trainee at HYBE, trainees had to arrive early at the company for a one-on-one vocal lesson class. Then, in the afternoon, they had dance classes for more than 7 hours every day. After the training, they would go home at dawn, which means they only get to sleep for a few hours. So if you've ever gotten about 4 hours of sleep and you were still able to complete your daily tasks, then you passed this test, and it means you already have the mental endurance and discipline of a trainee. Test number 8. Can you record yourself performing and watch it 5 times without skipping out of embarrassment? If you can watch a record of yourself performing over and over again, it means you can handle seeing your mistakes. And this mindset is what you need to succeed in K-pop training. Watching your performance video multiple times builds your mental stamina. When you watch and judge yourself, you become less affected by criticism from coaches and other people. That's how most idols were able to survive K-pop training. If you think it's too cringy, convince yourself that you're watching someone else's performance. Try to see yourself as a judge. Once you build the habit of watching yourself multiple times, you'll begin to understand the energy you give off in front of a camera. This helps you to manifest a natural aura and stand out. Test number 9. Can you give up your dating life completely? K-pop companies specify that trainees are not allowed to date, and most of the time, trainees are also not allowed to openly show off their friendship with the opposite gender. The companies do this to avoid controversies once a trainee debuts. Despite the popularity level of a K-pop idol, dating controversies somehow weaken their popularity and make them lose fans. Although fans are currently becoming understanding towards their idol's dating life, companies are still cautious about letting trainees and idols date. So if you don't care about relationships and can go years without it, you'll cope as a trainee. Test number 10. Can you let 3 friends criticize your singing or dancing without getting defensive? If you watch most survival shows like Boys Planet, you'll quickly notice that the contestants are immune to criticism from judges. Most of them listen to it with a smile on their faces, and even thank the judges afterwards. So if you can happily receive criticism from your friends without feeling frustrated, it means your mental state can survive in a harsh training environment. Being able to stay calm while receiving harsh criticism is one of the first tests you must pass before even thinking of becoming a trainee. When your friends criticize your performance, ask for more clarification by saying, "What makes you say that?" After they give more explanations, never get defensive. Instead, cheer yourself for having the opportunity to improve your skills. When you do this exercise often, you'll get immune to criticism in no time. Test number 11. Can you learn 5 Korean words every night before bed? K-pop companies do not have many coaches who speak English, so trainees are required to learn the Korean language. Some companies provide classes, so after each vocal and dance training, you'll have to attend the language class. Not everyone can cope with going to language class after a stressful day of singing and dancing, but if you're someone who can memorize about 10 new Korean words every night before bed, it means you'll have no problem once you become a trainee. To know if you can pass this test, try to learn new Korean sentences every night before you go to bed. If you can stay consistent for up to 2 weeks, you'll definitely survive K-pop training. Test number 12. Can you handle being seen as a product and still love your art? Trainees can't decide on the type of song to sing and how to express themselves through art. The company controls their schedule, dating life, weight, outfits, and how they should behave. If this doesn't bother you, then you can fit into the K-pop training system. K-pop is an entertainment business. Companies have to create idol groups that can break into the market and gain popularity. To do this, they find trainees with the right talent, charisma, and energy. Then they shape the trainees into a product or idol that fans want. If you understand this without losing your love for music, it means you have the mental maturity to train and become an idol. Test number 13. Can you push yourself when everyone around you has already given up? For example, if you like comedy movies, but all your friends decide to buy tickets to a romance movie, do you change your mind and go with them? Or do you go alone to watch what you like? If you're someone who's strong-willed and insists on doing what you want, you'll be able to make it through K-pop training. During training, tons of people give up and decide to pursue academics for a stable life. Most people get tired of the strict and controlling training process, so they drop out to be free. To avoid getting influenced by this, start now to build a solid love for your K-pop idol dream and surround yourself with people who keep motivating you even when you get tired. That's all for this video. If you pass more than half of the tests, it means you can endure the difficulties in K-pop training. Leave a like, subscribe, and comment on the tests you passed.